Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, October 3rd. I'm Gina Barty.
And I'm Janine Samuels. Thanks for joining us.
A former U.S. Coast Guard lieutenant who proclaimed himself a white nationalist pleads guilty today to numerous charges.
The Silver Spring man was accused of planning a mass killing and targeting many VIPs. Patricia Vallone was at the federal courthouse in Greenbelt this afternoon and has the story and is here with us.
Yes, it was quite an interesting courtroom there today. 50-year-old Christopher Hassan was arrested in February at his rented home in Silver Spring for allegedly stockpiling weapons and planning an attack on politicians, leaders, and journalists. Today, he pleaded guilty to 4 charges, including unlawful possession of silencers and firearms and unlawful use and possession of a controlled substance. Hassan had previously pleaded not guilty to the same charges. It was at his home where authorities found 15 guns, more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition, silencers, smoke grenades, and other tactical items that could be used in an attack. Prosecutors say they found extensive evidence that the former Coast Guard lieutenant had studied and admired the writings of terrorist Anders Breivik, who fatally shot 77 people in Norway 8 years ago. On her way out of the courthouse today, Hassan's wife told reporters that her husband was an honorable man and that she hoped he would return home soon. Now, Hassan was not charged with any terrorism-related counts, but he faces a minimum of 41 months to a maximum of 31 years in federal prison on 4 charges that he pleaded guilty to today. His sentencing is scheduled for January 31st, 2020.
All right, so there's a lot with this case.
Yeah.
Who were some of the people that he was allegedly targeting?
Well, apparently authorities say they found a spreadsheet with many VIPs' names on there, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Senators Elizabeth Warren and Tim Kaine, and there were also some TV personalities, Don Lemon, Chris Hayes, and Joe Scarborough's name was on there. He also wrote a letter to a very known neo-Nazi and claiming that, or stating that he thought that to get change in this issue, that he said you, quote, had to use a little violence.
Not only use a little violence, but he also admitted to using some narcotics as well.
Yes, tramadol. He was caught with, over the time period between 2016 and his arrest in 2019, more than 650 pills that he obtained illegally. And those were some of the things that he did plead guilty to.
All right, probably still a lot more to come, but thank you for bringing us the update. The political drama continues in Washington. President Trump now calls on China to investigate the business dealings of former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter. His comments come as Democratic leaders Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff accelerate an impeachment inquiry. The probe was sparked by a whistleblower's complaint that the president made a similar request to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Well, I think Biden is going down, and I think his whole situation, because now you may very well find that there are many other countries that they scammed, just like they scammed China and Ukraine. And basically, who are they really scamming? The USA, and it's not good.
Now, this afternoon, former special envoy to Ukraine, Kirk Volker, testified in front of 3 House committees. Volker was among the officials mentioned by name in the whistleblower's complaint.
Survivors and the families of the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history have reached a settlement with MGM Resorts. 58 people died, 800 others were wounded when a gunman fired more than 1,100 rounds from the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel in Las Vegas into a crowd of 22,000 concert goers below. The settlement agreement is $735 million, but it could rise to $800 million. The gunman, 64-year-old Stephen Paddock, took his own life.
A Montgomery County officer accused of excessive force appeared in court this morning for a pretrial hearing. Kevin Morris was seen on video kneeing 20-year-old Arnaldo Pessoa during an arrest at a McDonald's in Aspen Hill in July. Pessoa is seen handcuffed and lying on the ground. Morris is charged with second-degree assault and misconduct in office. His trial will start December 9th. Pessoa is charged with trying to sell drugs and resisting arrest.
Well, a new police station opened up this morning in Upper Marlboro. A ribbon cutting was held at District 8 at 3 Police Plaza this afternoon. District 8 was carved out of District 3, which officials say was too large. Media were given a tour of the facility, which covers Suitland, Forestville, and District Heights, among others.
The challenge we had with meeting the needs of the community was operating out of 6 facilities that have been in the same place for 20 years. The geography was too big, the population has grown, and we weren't able to transit across these roadways as quickly as we wanted to. So putting these facilities in the center of gravity of the population, the center of gravity of police response time, means that response times come down, visibility goes up, and as the major said, people have less distance to travel to get to their district station. That fosters better relationships.
Detectives have already moved into the station, which is housed on the first floor.